Your Weather Watch continues. Thanks for joining us. It's Thursday. It is the 19th of March. I'm Emily Vukovic, and today, get ready for it. If you needed some good news right about now, today is the first day of spring. It rings in at 11:49 tonight. This is the official start to the season, and it is the earliest spring in 124 years. And coming up later in the hour, we're going to talk to meteorologist Tyler Hamilton, and he explains why that is happening. Today, we're looking at a daytime high of 7 degrees, very spring-like in my opinion. Mix of sun and clouds throughout the province. We are going to be seeing an increase of cloud cover by later on this afternoon because we do have a very potent wet system moving its way through by tonight and into tomorrow. Our temperatures are going to warm. Our winds are going to be picking up, and we do have the risk to see some isolated non-severe thunderstorms, but with damaging winds. All right, let's talk about the virus for a minute. What does soap actually do to it? Your Weather Watch continues. It's Thursday. It is the 19th of March. I'm Emily Vukovic, and we have a huge temperature swing on the way. We are going to rise up to spring-like values because, by the way, spring rings in officially tonight at 11:49 p.m. Earliest start to spring in 124 years. Now, today is certainly going to feel very spring-like. We have temperatures getting above our seasonal average. We're looking at a daytime high of 7 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. We will see increasing cloud cover as the afternoon goes on because we do have an approaching area of low pressure. This is going to be bringing us some drenching rain throughout the lower Great Lakes, very strong winds, and the risk of isolated thunderstorms. First thunderstorm risk map of the year is coming up. Look at our temperatures for Friday, 18 degrees. Now, keep in mind that is going to be an early day high. Temperatures will be dropping like a rock by Friday evening. We're talking 0 by the time we hit dinner. Rainfall amounts anywhere from 10 to 20 millimeters, fairly widespread throughout the GTA. Strong wind gusts, small hail, those are the biggest threats with these thunderstorms. All right, do you love feeding the birds? Here is how to do it properly. Well, if you're stuck working at home and you're finding yourself a little bit bored or you're not sure how to kind of get a routine going because you've never really worked from home, Nathan Coleman has a great report coming up at the end of the segment, and it is so good. You have to stay tuned for it. All right, I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks for joining us. We've got some rain on the way throughout the day today, but I want to mention first that today we re-release our spring forecast. Couple of little details for you here. We are looking at above normal precipitation for spring throughout southern Ontario, but our temperatures, they are going to be remaining near normal. Now, with that being said, today we're actually slightly above our seasonal average. We're looking at a daytime high of 7 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. By tomorrow, we are well above our seasonal average. We're going to see our temperatures climb through the overnight with the system that's coming through, and we're going to reach a daytime high of 18 degrees. It is going to be short-lived, however, because by tomorrow evening, sitting at 0, and by tomorrow overnight into Saturday, we're looking at -8 as an overnight low. Soaking rains, really strong winds, could see a squall line of thunderstorms moving through just as those winds start to shift direction. We're looking at 10 to 20 millimeters, fairly widespread throughout the GTA, non-severe thunderstorms through the overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. All right, as promised, here is Nathan Coleman with Working at Home Hacks.
Expert.
Well, with all the gloom and doom in the world right now, it's time for us to give you some good news. I'm glad you joined us because you're taking a break out of the ordinary right now by checking out the Weather Network and what we have to offer, and we've got some good news. Today, officially, first day of spring. Okay, so it doesn't ring in until 10 to midnight, but regardless, it's officially the first day of spring. It is the earliest spring in 124 years. Meteorologist Tyler Hamilton will explain why that is happening coming up later on in the hour, 11:49 p.m. Now, temperatures, they are going to be warming, so if you're spending some time outside, be like Mark Robinson and share #YourBackyardWeather. All right, thanks, Mark. Now, we want you to participate just like Mark. We want you to share your weather from your backyard, #BackyardWeather. You can send it to us, theweathernetwork.com. And singles, practice social distancing, right? Because we're still all about that. So we want to see you, maybe your kids, maybe your pets. Give us your weather. We want to see it. All right, 7 degrees is our daytime high today. We're actually above our seasonal average. We are going to be warming up significantly through the evening and through the overnight as the system approaches. Now, as Mark was saying, we're going to get into that warm sector, so that's where the heat is coming from. We are, however, going to be seeing this rain develop through the evening, through the overnight, could be intense at times, and then look at those winds. Could see a squall line of thunderstorms move through, could see some pretty decent cells. The biggest threat, some small-sized hail and very strong, possibly damaging winds. The forecast for the rain is giving us anywhere between 20 to 25 millimeters of rain throughout the GTA, and the thunderstorm risk map pretty much encompasses all of southern Ontario. Strong wind gusts, small hail, isolated, non-severe for the most part, but again, damaging winds could be a bit of an issue. Look at our daytime high tomorrow. 18 degrees. That's right. You read it right. But the risk of some stormy conditions, and these temperatures are going to be dropping significantly. And by Saturday, we're going down to a daytime high of 1. Don't go anywhere. Your local details start now. Coming up, we're going to take a look at pictures that people across the country have submitted. We'd love to see your stuff. Hashtag share your weather, and you never know, might get on television. We've got Amanda Weldon coming up with Share Your Weather in just a few moments. But first, let's talk about today. Let's talk about the heat that's on the way. Things are warming up, but then they're going to cool down really significantly. But you know what? Let's stick to the good news. Gloom and doom around the world these days. So let's talk about the first day of spring. That's happening tonight, 11:49 p.m. It officially rings in to be the brand new season, and we're above seasonal today. 7 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. Increasing cloud cover by later on this afternoon and in through this evening. We have this large system that is going to be tracking its way in through southern Ontario. It is going to be bringing us a decent amount of rain. It is going to be bringing us very strong winds, and it is going to be bringing us some pretty decent thunderstorms. I know, it's the first thunderstorm risk map of the season. Okay, the heat that I was talking about, there it is, 18 degrees. Yeah, that is well above our seasonal average. And interestingly enough, because our winds are going to be coming in from the southwest, our temperatures are actually going to be warming up through the overnight tonight. And then we cool down around noon tomorrow. Temperatures will start to drop. Rainfall amounts 15 to 25 millimeters widespread throughout the GTA. The thunderstorm risk, again, non-severe, widespread risk throughout southern Ontario. Could see a squall line of thunderstorms when those winds start to collide. We are going to be seeing strong wind gusts coming in from the southwest and then switching quite quickly to a northwesterly direction. And by Saturday, yes, we are sticking into the sunshine, but we're only going to be seeing a daytime high of 1 degree. I know. It's going to be such a short-lived, amazing couple of hours. All right, it is time now to turn things over to Amanda Weldon. She has got today's edition of Share Your Weather. Hi there, it is Thursday. It's the 18th of March. I'm Emily Vukovic. Thanks so much for joining us. Good news. I know we've seen a lot of bad news in the news lately, but good news, today is the first official day of spring. Now, it doesn't ring in until 11:49 p.m. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first, today we are re-releasing our spring forecast. Precipitation-wise, southern Ontario, we are looking at above normal precipitation, but that just means a really green lawn and really healthy plants and trees, right? I'm trying to look at the silver lining here. Our temperatures are near normal, which is good news, and our temperatures today are actually above normal, and I'll show you that in just a few moments. But first, the equinox coming in tonight at 11:49. It is the earliest spring we have seen in 124 years. Tyler Hamilton explains why. Neat. Thanks so much for that, Tyler. Today is going to feel very spring-like. We have a daytime high of 7 degrees through Toronto. The further you are away from the water, the warmer it will be. We're looking at 10 up through Barrie. We are going to be seeing our temperature skyrocket with this next system up to 18 degrees by tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be warming through the overnight with a very strong southwesterly wind. We are going to be seeing rain and the risk of isolated thunderstorms because we all know what happens when warm, muggy air hits that cold front. That's where we can see that convective activity. And look at these wind gusts. They are going to be intense, potentially damaging wind gusts throughout the GTA. Rainfall amounts anywhere between 15 to 25 millimeters widespread. The thunderstorm risk, again, widespread. The biggest damage with these thunderstorms could potentially be with the wind, and we could see some small hail, especially down towards the southwest. Throughout the day on Saturday, however, our temperatures plummet. We drop to 1 degree on Saturday, but at least we're seeing some sunshine. Make sure you stay with us. Your local forecast starts right now.
This expert.
Thanks so much for joining us and welcome to our morning brief. And we are being good little soldiers and we are practicing social distance. We are all in our respective studios this morning. Emily, Matt, and Amanda with you. And we decided to share on the brief some photos that you have sent in of things that are practicing social distancing. So I believe, Amanda, you are up first.
That's right, Emily, and we are definitely doing that here. This photo caught my attention right away. I love it. And this just goes to show birds of a feather stick together, but not too close, guys. The seagulls showing off some social distancing. I love that one.
That is really, really cute, those little birds. Now, I wonder if they do that on the regular or if it's just because of COVID-19.
Honestly, I think so. They were onto something before we knew about it.
All right, Matt, you're coming up next. What do you got?
Yes, so I really love this. We hear a lot about social distancing, but not social isolation. Make sure that you're still talking to people in your life. These guys in their neighborhood setting up the lawn chairs in the driveway and staying several meters apart. And I love this, and I think as the temperature starts to get warmer, which we're going to see a lot of this, and maybe people just sitting on their porches and being able to talk to each other. So stay the safe distance away, but make sure to still have some kind of human interaction for those people who can't go to work like us, and make sure that you're just getting that human connection.
Emily, what about you? What was your favorite?
Well, before I get to that, I don't think I'd want to be the one sitting in the lawn chair on the road. Just throwing that out there. I don't think I'd want that to be me. My video is perfect. I wish my kids would do this. They're actually playing soccer over the fence. How amazing is this? So when your neighbors have kids the same age as your kids or around the same age, why not suggest that they do something like this? It's a good way for the kids to interact, but not actually interact, right?
So, Emily, when I was in university, I used to play varsity volleyball, and we would play fence ball in the summer. So maybe we were onto something.
There you go.
We're onto something for sure.
All right, let's take a look at your weather now. And Matt, what's going on in Atlantic Canada? That is correct. We've got it tonight. Cold front moving through. This is going to be giving us a widespread soaking. Winds are going to be incredibly strong, gusting up to about 90 kilometers an hour in some areas. The winds are going to be intense pretty much throughout the GTA, and the thunderstorm risk, it's there tonight and into tomorrow morning. Calm weather to the west, though, isn't it, Amanda?
Yes, very calm. We'll leave you with that, Emily. Thanks so much. Relative humidity, dry under that ridge. We're seeing really mild seasonal conditions and very much similar for the prairies. If you're looking for your local forecast, you are in the perfect place. That starts right now.
Experts.
Welcome to your morning brief. We are practicing social distancing. Matt, myself, and Amanda, we are all in our respective studios today. And guys, today is the first day of spring. It officially rings in tonight, 11:49 p.m. Eastern Time.
That is right, Emily. And what's so cool about this one is it's the earliest spring that we have had in 124 years. And if you're wondering, what is she talking about? Tyler Hamilton is going to explain. I have been loving those days getting a little bit longer, but you too, my question to you is, when is the first sign of spring? For me, it's when those daffodils start showing up in my mom's garden. Matt?
For me, and unfortunately this year we won't see it, it's usually when baseball season starts. We got a little bit of spring training, delayed start to the season this year, unfortunately, but that's usually for me when we could start to see that that's right around the corner.
Mine has to do with like all the senses. You know, when you walk outside and you can kind of smell the earth?
Yes.
I think that's what it is. And you know what? Because of all the rain that we're going to see, guys, in southern Ontario, we're going to be smelling that earth by tomorrow, that's for sure. Taking a look at the system that's going to be tracking its way in through parts of Ontario. Today, we are mild. We're going to see a daytime high of 7 degrees throughout the city of Toronto, 10 up through Barrie. The further you are away from the lake, the warmer it's going to be. Rainfall that's moving in tonight will drop about 20 to 30 millimeters, fairly widespread throughout southern Ontario. And we have the risk of isolated thunderstorms. We've got very strong winds as well, up to 80 kilometers an hour tonight and into tomorrow. All right, Matt, now throughout Atlantic Canada, we've got some sunshine, but it's cool.
Storms on Friday as well.
A quick look at your western conditions will send you over to your local forecast.